Bible story for you today. The title of the story is Follow Me. Today's memory verse is from John chapter 15, verse 14. It says, "You are my friends." The message for today's story is, Jesus calls us to be His friends. When you hear some good news, what do? Do you tell someone about it? Maybe you like to tell your brother or your sister or your mommy or daddy. Maybe you want to tell a friend. It's fun to share good news, right? One day, a fisherman named Andrew talked to Jesus. He was sure Jesus was the Savior he had heard about. Andrew wanted to tell someone the good news, so he went to find his brother Peter. A few days later, early in the morning, Jesus saw Peter and Andrew and their friends James and John by the seashore. The men had fished all night long and were washing and mending their nets. Everyone knew that nighttime was the best time for fishing. People began to come down to the seashore to see Jesus. Jesus looked at the fishing boats. He decided to climb into one so that he could go out a little away from the shore. This way, all the people could hear him speak. So Jesus talked to the people for a while. Then he turned to Peter. "Peter, put your nets out in the deep water and catch some fish," Jesus said. Peter was surprised. "Sir, we have fished all night long and we haven't caught any fish, but we will do what you have asked," he said. So Peter and his brother Andrew tugged at their nets. They knew that daytime was not the best time to catch fish, but they put their nets into the water again anyway. Suddenly, their nets were filled with more fish than you could count. The nets were so heavy with fish that Peter and Andrew called to James and John to help them. "Hey guys, come over here and help us." James and John came over and helped them. They too were surprised to see so many fish. When the nets and the fish were in the boats, Jesus turned to the 4 fishermen. "Follow me," he said, "and you will be fishers of men." Jesus meant that they would help him tell other people about God's love so that people would want to follow God. Peter and Andrew, James and John wanted to help Jesus. They wanted to tell other people about this man who did such wonderful things. So they left their fishing boats and their nets and all those fish behind, and they went to help Jesus. Peter, Andrew, James, and John became special helpers for Jesus. For the rest of their lives, they told others about Jesus and His love. You too, boys and girls, you are Jesus' special friend. You can be a helper for Jesus just like His disciples. You can tell others about Him too.